Hello, hello. Well, it seems that X doesn't want us on there now anyway. How about that? I don't know what it is, but never had any problems with them before, Mark. But anyway, let's show them who we are. Here we are. There you go. I don't know why the X doesn't want us on. What do you think, Mark?
Why? What's happened? Just
it just said error starting. What can I say?
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Cheers, Elon. Yeah. Running smooth, isn't it?
Not too happy about that, but what can we say? We're here. We're ready. It's Friday. Maybe it doesn't like our title.
Oh, well.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay? We're here. Anyway, right. So much going on, Marco, that let's get straight into it. Okay? Let's remind everybody that you have a new political party.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Deport, deport, deport.
If only.
Old way. And close up. There, ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Okay, and here's your policies. 0 in, millions out. And when we say millions, we mean lots of money going out. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Lots of money, lots of money. Right, okay, let's start off with a funny. Think that you're going to like this one. Here we go. Ready?
Good. Sister. Because I grew up thinking violent women. Beat the shit out of them. And guys at school be like, oh, I'm having being beaten. Every she wanted a sister, and if I didn't dress up in a dress and do makeup, she'd slam my head in an easy makeup and run me over in a toy car, pelt me with Sylvanians. It was awful. Until that one moment in every younger brother's life where puberty kicks in. She's put me in a choke slam and I sent her flying across the room and she looked at me. And she realises things are going to be a little different. There's a new sheriff in town. So I thought, but that's when the physical abuse seamlessly transitioned into emotional abuse. The Cold War had begun.
That's so true. That is so true. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Anyway, the news. News. Right. This guy.
Straight to breaking news, and we're hearing just in the last few minutes that the professional wrestling and entertainment star Hulk Hogan has died in the US. Just information coming from WWE in the last little while confirming that news, and news also about some of the details. We're also hearing that medics were dispatched to the 71-year-old WWE's legend's home earlier today, with operators stating that it was regarding, quote, a cardiac arrest. Now, Hulk Hogan transformed professional wrestling into family entertainment. Before him, of course, wrestling was pretty much a fairly narrow audience. Hulk's theatrics, though, in the ring was absolutely magnetic for children, for parents, and it supercharged the sport. He then created the NWO in 1996, the New World Order, and became Hollywood.
Yeah, he turned it into something much bigger. Much bigger.
He did. I just noticed you're using the BBC. Ugh.
I know. But it was, it was, what can I say? I mean, the BBC, sometimes, when they're doing some of these things, they're quite informative. So, that's fine. I mean, it was cardiac arrest. That's what they're saying that it was. Heart attack. And that happens quite a lot to these people that exercise throughout their whole of their lives. They seem to go down with heart attacks.
That's crazy. You don't know what they're putting into the body for years and years and years, though, do you?
No, that's true.
To sustain that level, because although wrestling's fake, it's still a physical thing. You know what I mean? They're still doing stunts and people.
Indeed.
It must take a toll on the body. So,
well, here's something that the BBC are not really saying a lot about. Does anybody remember these guys? Those three. The three
Well,
that actually...
they don't want us to remember them, do they?
No.
Someone remembers them.
And another one that's going right through court now. The airport people. I mean, I didn't like to... Did you see the news about the way that the judge was summing up about them?
I did. Previous good character and all that tosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at You mean they just haven't been caught for anything before?
Yeah, quite right. Something strange going on there. And what do you think's going to happen here? Come on, be honest. Be honest. What's going to happen?
I'm lost for words with this.
Well, it's going to split the Labour Party, isn't it? The new party with Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana. Apparently,
it's definitely going to split them, yeah.
Yeah, apparently there is about nearly 100 Labour MPs considering walking the floor.
Brilliant.
How about that? I mean...
I tell you what, who would have thought? We've all been like, oh, we need saving from Starmer. Who would have thought it would have been old Jezbollah who come to save us? Are you going to vote for your party?
God, I mean, I don't know. It's so up and down. I mean, this country is definitely effed. There's no two ways about it. There's just something not quite right. You know, something.
These two, bro. What have they called it? Your party. Well, they called it your party.
Your party.
And apparently it's not your party. So are you voting for your party?
Yeah.
I'm confused. I might vote for my party. Way better.
Well, I'm literally stuck for words, but I know that the Labour Party are in turmoil over this because that's the word that's coming back. Okay? And now...
Just thought of something.
Go on.
So when Rishi Sunak realised, oh, God, I've got a problem here. I better call an early election before Reform steal all our voters. Ooh, Mr. Starmer. Mine Starmer's got a decision to make, hasn't he?
Well,
I think he'll do the same.
They are going to lose members to him. There's no two ways about it. They are going to lose members. And then they'll possibly even consider getting rid of Starmer. And then that leaves your favourite lady, Angie. Angie, baby.
Doesn't matter who takes the job. They'll all absolutely shit it.
Well, here's George Galloway's take on a lot of things right now. Okay, and he seems to have it quite well. Here we go.
So the traitorous.
The British people are now showing that up with this they will not put, and they are ready to be arrested in their tens at first, then their scores, now in their hundreds, soon in their thousands, then in their tens of thousands. What are you going to do then? There aren't enough jail cells. There aren't enough police officers. There aren't enough court officials. What are you going to do when tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people have committed the offence for which you arrested 76-year-old pensioners leader Audrey White in Liverpool?
There you go. I mean, he's
I
got
can't
a
help
point.
myself here, John, but what you going to do when patriots run wild on you?
Yeah, well, it's got to be that way. That's what's going to happen. I mean, you know, here's Patrick Christie's. I mean, this is like a sort of a summary of a Friday of what's gone on in the week, really, letting everybody know. Okay, but here's Patrick's take on it. Patrick Christie's.
Today it was revealed that police escorted hard left demonstrators to a peaceful protest outside a migrant hotel. Initially, they denied it, but then video footage emerged. What happened next was that some of the far-left so-called anti-fascists started calling people, including local children who were protesting at the migrant hotel, Nazis and scum. Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister, has told Sir Keir Starmer that she thinks there could be riots this summer over illegal immigration. Apparently that happened at the last cabinet meeting.
Really? Really? There could be riots this summer. Really?
I wonder what the answer is. Oof, I don't know. Did
Well,
they fix it?
what are they going to do?
Nothing.
What are they actually going to do?
I know. Double down like they always do and just keep them coming.
Because I can't really work out. I mean, here's a guy that actually really summed it all up for me, and he did a great job of it. And it's Matt Goodwin. Now, you're okay with him at the moment, aren't you?
I've got no beef with anyone really, apart from
Starmer.
actually, I've got quite a list of beef actually. Starmer, Corbyn, yeah, pretty much all the left. Yeah.
Is that halal beef or?
Ugh, no. Blech.
Matt Goodwin, here he is.
Good old British beef, mate.
I cannot remember a time in my life when I've been this concerned about the state of the UK. And I'm not talking about the specific stuff, like what's going on the surface, what's happening at a particular hotel or in a particular police force, or who said what on social media. I'm actually talking about the deeper stuff, the more sinister stuff that is now taking root in British society. We can all feel it. It's almost palpable. The country has become febrile. I'm talking about the social contract, about the willingness of millions of hardworking, tax-paying, law-abiding British people to keep paying into the system, to keep supporting a system that many of them are now concluding is deeply unfair, deeply unjust, and is rigged against the hardworking majority. Because to be frank, what is happening in the UK right now is absurd. A succession of governments have lost control of the borders. Nobody seems willing to fix them. We don't know who's coming into the country.
Absolutely. I mean, how can you argue with any of what he is saying? What is the importance of these people, these migrants? Why are they spending so much on them, policing them, protecting them, cosseting them? Why? What's going on, Mark?
I don't know. I'm going to look at it a slightly different way. What do they think of us? Well, I'm going to say, I think they hate us, John. They must do. Why are we treated differently by the police? Why are we sentenced more harshly by judges? Why are we called names for protesting against wanting to keep our kids safe? Why are our kids in school indoctrinated to not be like us? What's going on with all this? Why are we basically being ethnically cleansed, removed, whatever, from our own lands? Why? What type of people do this to people? It's got to be evil people who hate the population. I can't think of any other reason, John, to be honest. So I'd more point my finger at them. Say, why are you doing this? What is your problem with us?
Oh, there's something definitely wrong.
We're just vote to them so they can stay on their journey of, I don't know, eliminating the world's bigotry and racism and all this crap.
They really think that they're doing good. They have to be. They think they're doing good. Without a shadow of a doubt.
We've got to be crushed at all costs, mate. I mean, look, you're going in on a protest now and they're putting you in a cage. Remember when they were putting people in cages on the US border? It was, oh my God, Trump's putting people in cages. The cages are farmed set up. But it's fine for the people who want the best for their families and safety.
There's something wrong. They are scum. I'll let him go on for a little bit because he's summing things up quite nicely.
I don't know what they believe. What we do know is that crisis is imposing costs of between 7 and 10 billion pounds on the UK taxpayers, on the hard-working majority, a crisis they never asked for, they never voted for, they don't want to have to deal with. And at the same time as that, in front of their eyes, the people who are breaking their laws are being further incentivized to do so by being given private accommodation, rooms in luxury hotels, at a cost of somewhere around £5.5 million every day, again, to be paid for by the hard-working majority. And on top of all of that, we then discover that the UK state has been involved in one of the biggest cover-ups in its history, importing thousands of Afghans into the country while gagging the press and not telling its own people. And when anybody raises questions over any of this, they're instantly derided as far-right extremists,
That's
as
exactly what you
anti-immigrant
said.
protesters, when in reality, what they're saying is they just want to live in a society where people play by the rules, where the laws of the land are upheld, and their democratically elected politicians, the people they have chosen to elect them, put them first. That is not a lot to ask for.
It isn't, is it?
No.
So again, you got to say to yourself, what is it? Why is it that they are actually giving these migrants and the Afghans, they're talking about, some of them said there was one that actually brought over 50 of his dependents. Where are these people? They said there's 25,000. Times that by 50.
Yeah.
The numbers are just phenomenal.
If they've done this with the Afghans, bro, what else are we missing? Like, these people are gonna, in their quest, as I just explained, they're willing to destroy this nation in whatever stupid woke quest they're on.
Now,
There's other people in history who've done that, haven't they, John? Just destroyed everything.
Just destroyed everything. Yeah.
In bunkers and then gone, oh, well, it's time to go.
Here's one possible reason, and it's geopolitical, but the Israelis are saying that they're not blocking aid in Gaza. Okay? They're saying that it's the UN, and this is what they put out.
While Israel cleared hundreds of trucks that crossed into Gaza, the UN refuses to distribute the aid. These trucks stand idle inside Gaza, next to growing stockpiles of supplies. This is deliberate sabotage by the UN. UN, distribute the aid, now.
So they're saying that the UN are the ones that are not distributing the aid. They're not allowing it to happen. So that is obviously going to cast a completely different narrative over what is happening in Gaza. So if the Israelis are saying it, the Americans are saying the same thing. They are, getting the aid through. And every one of these pictures that I see of these kids that are starving, they're pictured with a woman, and the woman is absolutely fat. There's just no two ways about it, And I just can't, countries have had enough, because there is going to be displacement because of things of that nature. So what else is going on? And here's Hungary's take on it. Hungary.
European leaders in favor of a restrictive migration policy are gathering in Budapest today for a meeting of minds. It follows yesterday's vote in Hungary to stop Soros. That's a series of laws that criminalize any individual or group who help asylum seekers, including NGOs. Well, the move defies the EU and human rights groups. Amongst those at the meeting will be Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz, an immigration hardliner, as well as Hungarian leader Viktor Orban. And MPs also passed an amendment saying, and quote, alien population cannot settle in Hungary, outlawing EU attempts to relocate asylum seekers from Italy and Greece. Well, joining us from Paris now is Dutch journalist Stefan de Vries. Stefan, this is, again, another complicated topic.
She couldn't say his name then, could she?
Why there's so much support on tightening restrictions on asylum in Hungary?
Well, Viktor Orban sees himself as the defender of Christian Europe, as the protector, as a perceived Muslim invasion. And this rhetoric brought him a crushing victory in the last elections in April. He won a 2/3 majority in the parliament. And, well, we've seen that in other countries as well. Being tough on immigration attracts voters. We've seen it in Italy, in Austria and other EU member states. And
it did with Meloni. She talked tough, and then something happened. And then she shut up. I don't know what it was, but she shut up. Now, there's what they're saying there. They're saying no migrants. And if you look at the crime rates throughout Europe, Hungary has got probably the lowest crime rate because they refused to take in the migrants. And the migrants are predominantly Muslim. And wherever that happens, there's just trouble. And it's not just us that calls it out. It's not. Here's a Catholic priest. Bishop Anastasia Schneider. Here we go.
This is very serious. Now we are witnessing an invasion. They are not refugees. No, this is an invasion of mass Islamization of Europe, which already went on for at minimum 50, 60 years, Islamization in Europe. But now it is in mass. It is very evident. And so this is a global political agenda by the powerful of the world to destroy Europe culturally and religiously. I mean, to destroy Christianity ultimately in Europe.
There you go. It's not just us saying it. That's the Catholic Church.
Well, 40% of the population are admitting to thinking it.
Yeah,
Real
absolutely.
figure's way higher, way higher.
Well,
I'd say it was probably 90%, but the rest of them are just too scared to say anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, and this is what they're importing. And, you know, I'm not sorry to say this, but this is the truth of what they're importing.
This is actually Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam maddu with Aisha. He saved her, and he married her when she was 6 years old, and he lived with her. You know, when she reached the 9 years old. After that.
When she ready?
Yeah.
When she ready, she
menstruated at 9 and then
when she ready, and they know that she is ready, they have the physical relation. May I ask a question? Why do you consider that as period?
I think that a 9-year-old is still a child, so I consider having sex with a 9-year-old to be pedophilia.
But it has already passed that stage. It's not. She became an adult. She finished the stage and entered the new stage. With it, it is considered as an adult.
Listen to this. This is what they're importing. Okay? I'm sorry, but it doesn't really fit in with my way of thinking at all.
Right, we're not just importing it. There's Muslims who were born here who say this stuff. If you look at the Dawah team, Ali Dawah and Mohammed Hijab and that, they openly admit all this themselves. There's videos of them, Speaker's Corner. In fact, Tommy's interviewed him once and he owned up to it all as well. Said he'd happily marry off his daughter if she was 9, if she was physically and mentally ready, whatever that meant to mean. They're forgetting something that they haven't owned up to here, though, John.
Go ahead.
So okay, you can the Quran makes permissible child marriage any age, but what they're not telling you is about, okay, you have to wait until puberty until you have intercourse with them. If you read their scripture, you can actually do other things with them up until that point. With their thighs, use your imaginations, because I'm not saying it's disgusting.
Oh, it's just too much. Too much.
Minging.
So,
Minging.
you know, and everywhere they go, they cause trouble. Doesn't matter. Islam is the problem. And we've got, I don't know the way to put it, we've got permanent secretaries in this country who are aiding and abetting this in the government. Not just the government. I mean, you can start to see those MPs, you can pretty much guess how many of the MPs that are Muslims are going to go across the Corbyn side. Practically all the Muslims will go. I can say it now.
I'm not sure they will, you know.
I think they will.
We all thought they were going to go over to the independent group as well, and then there was going to be a lot more of that. But
well,
I don't think all of them are going to go.
Okay, well let's move.
These MPs who are going to, like 10 or 12 of them, who he's probably going to get, they've all been shunned by Labour anyway. They're all either suspended or they've been booted. So they've got no option, really.
What's going on with Candace Owens? What has she got against Macron's wife, sorry?
Well, I think she asked him, they, them, how's it hanging?
To the left.
Long and loose. And anyway, moving on.
And you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be
pictures,
fine.
just whip it
For whatever
out.
reason to phone, by the way. like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it. Right, that is what Discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions.
Now, this is what the Macrons have been avoiding.
Well, they've mucked that up, haven't they?
Well, do you remember? You know those two women that went to the High Court, and they had every right to call her a man.
So what are they going to achieve by trying to sue Candice then? Because the first thing I'd say if I was Candice's lawyer would be prove it.
Yeah, that's it.
Prove your sex, and then we can put this to bed within about 5 minutes. We don't need a trial. We don't need on it. Pull them down.
Prove it. Yeah.
Just whip it out.
You know, I'll let her finish off. There's only about 30 seconds of it left. It's a commercial.
You can do it behind the screen.
Yeah, and as long as you've got some
behind the screen, someone
credible doctors.
Someone knows what a willy is. Yeah, don't get anyone from Labour to check it out because God, that's going to cause all kinds of confusion.
Get Stella Creasy. She can
she's
tell
got
the
penis,
difference between a man and a woman.
But yes, she's got a Keir Starmer. Yes, she's got a penis. She's a woman.
I'll let her finish off.
Moving on.
We're probably hoping, this will go away, and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting. And I am fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. On behalf of the entire world, I will see you in court.
That's you and that's me. Okay? She's working on our behalf.
Yeah, I'm not sure Macron and his wife, husband. I don't want to go to court. I think they picked the wrong person.
Don't you want to be a witness?
She does not back down. Oh, I don't want to have a look. Oh, do you?
You don't know.
I saw them in the shower in 1992. Something was dangling, Your Honour. I don't know. I want to be a witness for that. But yes, she's a woman.
Carrying on with the American thing.
If you're a witness, how do you know? Well, I've seen it. Seen what? You just said seen it. Oh, damn, busted. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let them all figure this out. I think there's more important things to worry about than whether she's got one or not. But anyway.
Carrying on with the American theme.
All right, before we move on, who do you think's going to win that? Who do you think's going to win them? Candice or
Candice? Yeah, I think they'll back away beforehand.
And then my next question: do you think she's a man or a woman?
Don't. Okay, I already said once seen cannot be unseen. We've already been there. Okay, and carrying on. All right, let's. Here's Trump exposing Obama, so he's going after him now. Check this out.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. At President Trump's direction and with the support and coordination with the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Rick Crawford, today we've released a declassified oversight majority staff report that was produced in September of 2020. The stunning revelations that we are releasing today should be of concern to every American. This is not about Democrats or Republicans. This has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic and American voters having faith that the votes cast will count. There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true. It wasn't. The report that we released today shows in great detail how they carried this out.
What they were doing, they were trying to actually subvert the vote. And they were saying that, everything that was going on with Trump was Russian-backed. And they've released this, and I know that it's bugged Obama. You can tell that it's bugged him, because if they actually prove that this guy did it, then they'll actually delve into the Clintons as well. And they'll go forward. And I know that it was sparked something, because here's a funny baby meme right, of Obama's response. And where'd you see this? This is just so funny. Here we go.
Obama fighting back, the former president calling out President Trump in a way that we have not seen before, slamming what he calls the, quote, bizarre and, quote, ridiculous allegations Trump made against him in the Oval Office just hours ago. So here's some of what Trump said.
The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election. We found this isn't like evidence this is like proof, irrefutable proof that Obama was seditious, that Obama was trying to lead a coup.
All right, trying to lead a coup. Now, usually anyone associated with Obama just ignores all that. They don't respond. But that is not what happened this time.
Yeah, here it is.
Obama's spokesperson responded in part, and I quote, "Out of respect for the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response, but these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction."
Do you know what? I mean, all right. They're taking the Michael there on doing it, but that was a real report, you know. Yeah. And I love that bit at the beginning. I mean, I just look at that. I just think that's absolutely fantastic, the way that they do it. Well, you know, that just about sums up about what's going on this week. Okay, unless there's anything that you want to actually, say, Mark, about any of the stories.
Have we got the Jeremy Vine one handy?
Oh, yeah, we have. I can actually, yeah.
Just what sprung to mind was when Obama then pretended there was misinformation. Now, it's misdirection, actually, in my opinion, because the ones who were saying, look, misinformation over there.
Yes. Just
and
1 second.
The ones who were pushing the misinformation.
Yeah. Okay, we can go back to that.
We could go back to Southport. They did the same thing there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, there was misinformation online. No,
there it is.
People are pissed off.
I suppose the last summer of rioting was over the Southport killings and Axel Rudikabana and all of that, and there was some false information in the mix. This is which starts with a genuine anger against a person who's alleged to have assaulted a child, which is pretty serious.
Of course it is.
And we have to hope, I suppose, we don't have flashpoint incidents like that.
Yeah, and we can all agree that that is disgusting and wrong and that we don't want that and we want that person dealt with. But the trouble is, there is also an angle where it gets weaponised for other agendas. And
yep, there you go.
Mean like she's about to do now?
Yeah. Here it is. You know, and yet she was on a cast, you know, because she podcasts herself, doesn't she?
Don't know, does she? Who is she?
Whoever she is.
I just know her as Billy Bullshitter. No, carry on. Listen to what she says.
And the misinformation thing is really, really worrying. So they're spreading stuff around on Facebook, as was done by Tommy Robinson, I believe, started it, saying,
misinformation.
"Everyone in this hotel, get down there." And then it's completely false. And then also...
He never said that.
No, he didn't. He's not even allowed on Facebook anymore. Well, he might be, but...
Within that, actually, how does that help? And there's also a difference between protest and rioting. And if you're rioting and you're throwing things at the police and you're punching people or you're damaging things or you're throwing stuff with fire in them...
Or like those counter-protesters down at Epping.
Stuff with fire in them?
Yeah, like what?
Is her IQ about 3?
Well,
she's you know when Thingy said this, Lee Anderson was as thick as mince, and he said, "I want to apologise to mince." The same goes for there.
Yeah, there's something wrong there. You know, I mean, because she didn't she do a tweet where she was saying anybody hoping for civil unrest? She did a tweet that said that. Anybody wishing for civil unrest? You know, I'm sure it was on X, but anyway, you know, yeah, you were quite right. You know, there it was.
Keep playing it. She carries on. It gets worse.
Bollocks.
Go on. She does one more.
Okay.
or you are threatening people that are nothing to do with it, then
Watch,
that isn't protest, that is rioting. And then, so yeah, it's a hot mess. And I don't know where they start, but I guess they have to start with the... and also, when you've got groups like the EDL, you've got groups like the splinter group from the Patriotic Alliance, they're the...
She doesn't even know what she's talking about. She's got a piece of paper.
The EDL don't exist.
She's a moron. She's got a piece of paper there and she's reading stuff off. There is no EDL. It's not the Patriotic Alliance or whatever she's talking about. She's got no idea at all. Yet she talks about misinformation.
It's spouting a narrative.
These people are missing the point of why people are pissed off and why people took to the streets last year and this year. They're missing the point. It's not misinformation.
No.
They always look for an excuse. There's never any accountability. No one's going to own up to anything. There's not a problem. It's the bogeyman over there and misinformation. So we've got to come down hard on people's speech and protest and put them in cages when they're protesting. Absolute traitors.
I don't understand it. But they are trying to set a narrative which suppresses, people from doing things. Well, that's it. It's the end of a very depressing week, sir. There you go. That's a summary of all the different things that have gone on. And this guy... Sorry, what were you going to say, Mark?
Maybe it's not that bad an end to the week, if you think about it. So we wanted rid of Labour and the Conservatives, didn't we?
Yeah.
I can see that coming.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it in the future. Yeah.
We get rid of this. Just that if it takes Jeremy Corbyn to do it as well, then so be it. But let's get to the point where that traitorous establishment are gone, and then the Patriots and the far left, we can have it out at the end, can't we? I wonder who wins.
Well, the thing is, they've got a lot of people that have signed up for your party. The new party.
Well, my party.
Your party, my party.
I'm not having all them Islamists, mate. I don't get that word Islamist. I'm not having all them crazy lefties, mate. Not in my party. My party's way better than their party.
I'm not sure whether they are proper subscribers, i.e. they've given money. I'm not sure.
Be a mailing list.
Well, that's what it sounds like at the moment. But you know that that guy that we were playing the end vid, of that singer. What's his name?
It's hard to tell because his TikTok's called Sunny Row, his YouTube called Sunny Boy Row. I haven't been trying to get it right all week, but
well, we like him.
I've got Do you know, I think let me just check, mate, because took a screenshot, didn't I, of his sorry, too many arms. Of his YouTube. So we're trying to get to the bottom of who it was. But it's a boss song, isn't it? So We Don't Believe in the Things We Used to. Sonny Boy Row, and then it's got John Barney Lewell. So is that the person who sings? Maybe
I'm not sure. But
it's a boss song, isn't it?
Well, we're going to end
27
on it.
Likes, 350 something views.
I know. Well, we're going to end on it because we think it's great. Oh, Sonny Boy!
I've been singing all week. It's really good. You know what? It's good musically.
Which one? The Al Jolson version?
Good lyrics, hey?
Sit up on my knees, Sonny Boy. Do you remember him? No, you don't. You're too young. He used to black up.
Oh, those were the days, eh? Oh, God.
He
made with Trudeau, was he?
Yeah. There you go.
Well, with Justin Trudeau.
We're going to finish on this, and we will see you on Monday, sir. Okay?
Have a good weekend, and
you have a great
don't forget
weekend.
What you're going to do when Cheshire Matters runs wild on you. Anyway, that was a little...
yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Pay homage to the Hulk Hogan there.
Indeed. Here we go.
The state is closing in on us. The police aren't on our side no more. We were taught not to notice skin. Now it's all they ever talk about. Boys are told it's bad to be a man, while kids are living fatherless. And the streets aren't safe for our girls, while the enemy's been let in. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't you? The world's lost its meaning. We don't believe in the things we used to. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't
Great
you?
words, aren't
The
they?
world's lost its meaning. We don't believe in the things we used to. They want us to stop having babies, to call men ladies. The inversion of our reality is to divide and cause insanity. The old will need tattoos saying please don't turn me off. The food we eat is so addictive. We feed like cattle from a trough. Hey you, I got this feeling, don't you? The world's lost its meaning. We don't believe in the things we used to.
Look at the photos from the 90s, the cohesive societies. The young could buy property, the homeless were not forgotten in property. People came together, didn't divide from